Is it up there anywhere?
Come to order, please. I want to welcome everybody to this Planning and Development Service meeting for October the 25th, 2018. Can y'all hear me out there? Okay. We've got a new gizmo on here. Just want to make sure it works. Gizmo, yeah. All right. Sid, I guess you can go ahead and do swearing in.
Anyone who anticipates testifying on any of the items on the agenda, if you would at this time stand to be sworn in. Do you solemnly swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide to this board will be the truth?
I do.
Thank you. Whenever you come forward, if you would, just state your full name and state that you've been sworn in. Have any of the commissioners had any ex parte communications on any of these items?
No.
I'm seeing yes from some.
We've turned
Has
them.
everyone filled out their forms?
Mhm.
Okay, and we'll turn them into the clerk. Do any of those ex parte communications, would they impact your decision-making in any way on these items? I'm seeing no from those who had communications. Okay, we're ready to proceed.
Okay. Mac, I think we've got 4 continuance and 1 table item. Let's go ahead and take
Yes,
care
sir.
of
Would you like to take those individually?
it. Yes.
The first request for continuance is item number 3, the Topsail West PUD Phase 2 and 3 amendment. We're going to request that to be continued to November 13th.
Okay. Need a motion and a second, please?
So moved. Second.
Motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried.
Thanks, sir. Item number 6, the Verizon Wireless Cell Tower at Pretty Pond. We have a request to continue that item to November 20th, 9 a.m. in this location.
November when? 20th?
Yes, sir.
So moved. Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
I'm sorry, Mac, so when are you guys moving into the new facility in Freeport? Because that may impact the location of our meetings at the end of November. Do we-
The schedule has moved up. The contractor is set to turn the building over to us on November 14, and we hope to begin the moving process immediately after that.
Okay. Do we know when construction's gonna start in this building? Does anybody know?
The construction's not gonna affect this room. The schedule for the boardroom in the new building, they're not turning the boardroom over until December 14th. It's a different part of the schedule, so that will come online as far as the meeting room later.
But when are they starting construction here?
I'm not sure when it's gonna start here on the roof line.
Well, whether they do anything in here, there's gonna be a lot of noise and activity behind this wall here. And it's gonna be disruptive, I do believe. So we need to start looking at least during the construction phase down here, that we move all the items to the FUNIAC to accommodate. I mean, it's the only other large space we got. I know we're gonna have a meeting room in the Freeport, but it's about half the size of that if it's that big of this room.
If we want to, do we want to go ahead and consider the November 20 meeting being held in the FUNIAC?
I would think we ought to consider it, because
I just wanna make sure, however we continue this item, that we're gonna be in the location that we decide.
Yeah, we have to continue to a date and place certain.
Right.
right. Well, does that also affect number 3 on Topsail West?
Yes, sir.
Well, that was November 13th, though. We
Oh,
should
I'm
still
sorry,
be
that's right,
here.
November 13th, that one would still be here.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe the following ones that you talked about, item 6,
Number
9,
6,
and which were tentatively for November the 20th, are to be at the FUNIAC. I think we are too.
I'm fine with that. I just wanna make sure that we get it squared
What
away
day of
for
the
the
week is that,
continuances.
the 20th? Not that I'm gonna be here.
I think it's a Monday.
Monday, yeah.
I'm at-
It was
I'm
20.
just curious.
Okay.
It's a
No,
Tuesday.
Yeah, 'cause, oh, okay, 'cause That's swearing in day too.
Yes.
It is actually a
that's right.
Tuesday.
That's
November
the swearing
20th
in
is
date for
Tuesday.
the new and our organizational meeting.
Okay. And that's when we're having the planning items, is on the 20th?
We got a QJ meeting at 9 a.m.
Swearing in's at 9
Oh,
a.m.
okay. And the QJ items are on the 20th? Okay. I'm
Swearing
sorry.
in's on the 19th, isn't it?
Recording it's
I don't
on
know.
the
Sorry
Tuesday.
about that.
Supposed to be on a Tuesday two Tuesdays following the election.
It is.
It's on the 20th. I'm doing this 12 years.
We got a BCC meeting on the 19th also.
Well, I mean, you could have it
None of this is
immediately
on.
after the swearing in and the reorganization, you could go into a planning meeting.
You guys haven't run the ad in the paper yet for the November,
Not for the November
Okay.
20 meeting yet.
okay.
Why don't you set it at 10 o'clock instead of 9?
Well, my calendar shows swearing in at 8:30 on the 19th and a BCC at 9, but that's the organizational meeting component. And then I got on the 20th, land use hearings
At 9 a.m.
at 9 a.m., right. At the, that's down here. But that could be impacted due to construction, so maybe we ought to move it to the 20th,
We're supposed to.
9 a.m. to Funiac Courthouse.
I'm fine with that if you guys are.
Is that okay with y'all, as far as addressing the continuance on these 3 or 4?
All I know, my certificate, because I had to check on it yesterday for the retirement, says I am in office till midnight on the 19th. So, but if they swear in on the 19th, then I can leave early.
If you want to.
The organizational thing and all shouldn't take very long, should it?
It depends.
I mean,
Now, there are
It
3
takes an
school board
hour.
members and 2 county commissioners.
It'll take about an hour for them to go through all that.
Yeah.
All right, let's, go ahead and set these continuances that you have for the 20th of November to 9 a.m. at the courthouse in the Funiac.
Yes, sir. That would be item number 6 that we've already addressed.
do we need a motion on this?
Do we need to make modify that motion, Sid? Because I think it was originally for down here.
Right.
All right, let's, okay.
Yeah, I'll modify the motion.
I'll
Okay,
modify my second.
okay, modified motion and the second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All right,
Thank you, sir. Number 8, the Seaside 18, also known as the Seaside 17 plat. The applicant has requested to table this particular item. We'll re-advertise it if they want to bring it back.
okay, board.
Motion to approve?
Second?
Got motion second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, sir. Item number 9, we have on the Lakeview subdivision plat, we have request to continue until November 20 at 9 a.m. in the Defuniak Springs Courthouse.
Okay,
Motion to continue?
Second.
got a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. Item number 11, Bear Creek Phase 3, we have request to continue to November 20th at 9 a.m. in the Defuniak Springs Courthouse.
Motion to continue.
Second.
Got a motion and second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries. Okay, with that being done, that takes care of all the continuance
Yes, sir.
tables. Okay.
Ready for item number 1, Alice Beach Phase 3, Block AC. This is lots 11 and 12, 21 through 23 and 28. Request to approve by final plat. This project's ready to go.
Okay. Does the applicant wish to make a comment? Is the applicant here? There you go, okay. You have no comments or anything? Any questions from the board?
Motion to approve.
Second?
Hang on a minute. Okay, is there any public comment concerning this project? Seeing none. Have a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Number 2.
Thank you, sir. This is the San Roy Sands plat, request to approve by final plat. It's been reviewed by Tim Brown. It's submitted by Emerald Coast Associates on behalf of All 30A LLC. They're requesting to plat 3 single-family lots on approximately .63 acres for the future land use and neighborhood infill. It's located at 86 Beachside Drive and identified by the parcel numbers in your package.
Okay. Does the applicant wish to make a statement?
I'm present, we don't have anything further to add to what Macklin stated.
All right, any questions from the board to the applicant?
How large is .63 acres?
Just a little over half an acre.
And we're gonna get 3 houses on it. Okay.
It was gonna have a 13-unit condo, right?
No, this isn't that property.
No, okay, good.
I hope they have
This is
quiet flush toilets.
adjacent
is all I'm
parcel.
saying.
Gotcha, all right.
Okay. Is there any public comment concerning this project? Seeing none, what's the board's wishes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. All right, Dean. Number 4.
Number 4, Executive Business Complex. This is a request approved by final order. It's been reviewed by Tim Brown, Emerald Coast Associates, on behalf of L&V Investments, requesting to approve, requesting approval to develop 9 vacuum spaces with overhead canopy, 200 square foot equipment building, and some revised traffic circulation on approximately 2.32 acres with the future land use of Coastal Center mixed use. It's located at the southeast corner of US Highway 98 West and South Geronimo Streets intersection, and identified by the parcel numbers in your package. The applicant's here and is available to present their case.
Dean, you got any comments?
Very brief, but basically this is, as far as building addition on this property, is only 200 square feet for their equipment room for the vacuums. It may inspire the question, so why is this coming before the board? Because it's on the scenic corridor. The square footages don't apply. Everything on scenic corridor is major. But other than that, be happy to answer any questions the
Any
board may
questions
have.
for Dean? I guess not.
Thank
Any
you.
public comment?
Motion to approve.
Second.
You got a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Aye, opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. That brings us to item number 5, the Louis expansion. This is a request to approve by final order. The project's been reviewed by Tim Brown. It's a major development submitted by O'Connell and Associates on behalf of POL LLC, requesting approval for a 1,247 square foot expansion of the existing restaurant, a 4,365 square foot office building, and a 6-unit apartment building on approximately 2.078 acres with a future land use of village mixed use. Project's located on the west side of Musset Bayou Road, north of US Highway 98 West and south of Water Oaks Loop, and it's identified by the parcel numbers in your package. And we'd like to request staff report be entered into evidence.
So moved.
And the applicant is here to present their case.
Okay, applicant got any comments?
Good morning, John Nash with O'Connell and Associates.
You been sworn, sir?
I have not,
Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you will provide to this board will be the truth?
yes.
Thank you.
Not much to add. This is a small addition to the restaurant. And then on the 2 parcels behind the restaurant, where there's an office complex immediately behind the restaurant, and then a small apartment complex behind that on the next parcel. The driving factor in this project was partially parking. They're adding an office complex in order to add some more parking behind the restaurant that can be cross-shared between the office and the restaurant, since the office will be open during the day and the restaurant is only open for dinner. If you have any questions, I'm ready and willing to answer them.
Any questions? Seeing none, okay, is there any public comment? Seeing none, what's the board's wishes?
Motion to approve.
Second.
Got a motion and a second, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. The next item on our agenda is item number 7, the Emerald Transformer Warehouse Edition. This is a request to approve by final order. It's been reviewed by Renee Bradley. This major development application is submitted by Baker Engineering on behalf of Florida Acquisition, Inc., requesting approval to demolish an existing 8,799 square foot warehouse to be replaced with a 16,093 square foot warehouse on approximately 24.05 acres with the future land use of industrial. Projects located at the southwest corner of Sunrise Road and State Highway 83, and it's identified by the parcel number in your package. We request a staff report be entered into evidence, and the applicant is here to present their case.
So moved. Okay, does the applicant wish to make any comments?
No.
No? Okay. Yeah, okay. Any questions for the applicant? Seeing none, what's the board, any public comment? Seeing,
Motion to approve.
okay.
Second.
Got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Commissioners. This brings us to the last item on our agenda this morning. This is item number 10, the Capelong on 30A. This is a request to approve by final order. It's been reviewed by Bob Baranti. It's a major development order application submitted by Emerald Coast Associates on behalf of Ken Minshew, requesting approval of 6 multifamily units and 6 single-family lots on approximately 3.42 acres with the future land use of neighborhood infill. Project located on the south side of 30A, and it's identified by the parcel numbers in your package in the Blue Mountain Beach neighborhood. We'd like to request the staff report be entered into evidence, and the applicant is here to present their case.
So moved on your staff report. Okay, has the applicant got anything they want to present? Come forward, identify yourself to the clerk.
Name's Ken Minshew. My company is the applicant for the property on 30A right near Blue Mountain Beach. I've already been sworn in, and I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman and Commissioners, for serving in this position. It's fun every day, isn't it? I'm sure. I ran for office in Atlanta and got introduced to a cold water shower, man, when I got ambushed by everybody. So thank you for doing this. I'll be short. I know you don't want to hear all of this, but we have purchased a 3.42 acre piece of property that could have been up to 8 units, dwelling units per acre. We're asking to downzone it and use 2 different products. We're right, Sanctuary Redfish is here on this side of our property, so we're going to transition from the Sanctuary Redfish condos to 6 townhomes. And then from there, we've lined up 6 big lots facing Big Redfish Lake. And our goal there was to produce a product that is really unseen on 30A. Everybody normally wants density, wants small lots and cram huge houses on top of them. We kind of wanted to go the opposite way. We wanted big lots so that you could have a really nice, spacious community. We anticipate that probably most of these lots will be owner-occupied, and that'll relieve a lot of other congestion that we deal with. I have a stack of letters here that I'll submit into the documents. These are all letters from area residents that have looked at the property. I've personally met with them, and they're in support, and these are immediate residents around us that are in support of this zoning, so we would have that in the record also.
So we'll mark that as applicants composite exhibit 2? Or just one? Okay, gotcha.
And as you're aware, the Planning Commission has unanimously suggested that we be approved, and we'd appreciate y'all's positive approval of this community.
Okay, sir, I got couple questions I want to
Yes,
ask.
sir.
I assume all these processes here will be put, or these buildings will be on water and sewer?
Yes.
Not septic tank?
Yes.
And that you're going to comply by the coastal dune lake as far as vegetation and setbacks along the lake?
Yes.
Because we've been getting some reports about the phosphorus level in all the coastal dune lakes. We're trying to keep that buffer there as best we can so we can have filtered a lot of that out.
Yes, Dean is, with ECA has laid out our community, so the footprint of every house sits outside of the coastal dune lake. We didn't ask for any variances, so I think Mac will tell you we met all of the requirements from his office.
Okay. All right. Any questions for him from the board?
You asked the pertinent ones.
Okay. All right, and is there anything else you want to add? Dean, you want to add anything?
Very, very briefly.
Okay.
I think Dean Burgess with Emerald Coast Associates. I have been sworn. I think Ken did a good job of introducing our project here. I just wanted to add that and reinforce we had 5-0 vote, unanimous approval from the Planning Commission on this. The Coastal Dune Lake Protection Zone has been fully observed. Our preservation requirement on this property also has been met with no buyout. We're doing all of our required preservation on site with no buyout. I think this will provide a development that a lot of people are looking at now for 30A. The lots are on average 68 feet wide and 4/10 of an acre per lot. We just talked about a subdivision that was 3 lots on almost that big. So I think this will be a real nice project for 30A and for the county. Any questions, I'd be happy to
Any
answer.
questions of Dean? Okay. Thank you, Dean.
Thank you.
To the applicant, I appreciate the way you address this in that we didn't jam so many within the confines of this property here. And it's, I thank you for that. I wish more would do that instead of trying to put 40 things in a small space. All right, you have any other comments? Okay. Any public comment concerning this project? Ms. Bowman.
Coy Bowman, B-O-W-M-A-N. Sorry that I'm late. This is the part of the BCC meeting that used to happen at the end of the meetings, right? Okay, so I'd just like to mention that in our Constitution, one of the reasons we declared independence from Europe is because they kept moving meetings around and making it really difficult for people to get to. Like, this is ridiculous that you've separated this section from the BCC meeting. So now, I don't know how many of these you've gone through in 20 minutes. Were most of them canceled? Or have you managed to go through 11 items in 20 minutes?
Ms. Bowman, I'm going to answer that question for you, and if you're going to have a comment to make beyond that, it has to be in specific regard to this thing. We did have 4 continuances and 1 tabled item prior to this meeting, during this meeting.
Okay, so how many of these have you spoken about
No.
tonight?
This is the last one to talk about.
How many? Of how many?
I told you, you're here we did 6.
6. Okay, that is what I wanted to
Now,
know.
if you got comments, it's specific to this particular project.
What I have to say about this particular piece of land is that it shouldn't be built on at all. The deedery is all unqualified, so there's really no true ownership of it. And this is kind of disgusting to me that with what's happened in Panama City and Mexico Beach, that you're even considering okaying building anything, because that storm was a message from God that you're not supposed to be building on the coast of Florida. So, like, I'm just so disgusted by you, and I think I'm going to leave because...
Thank you, I appreciate it.
This is immoral and against God's
Ms.
will.
Bowman.
Some people have bad days.
Every
we ready
time,
for a
yes.
motion? Motion to approve.
Second.
With
Oh,
honor.
hold on a minute. We got a guy just raised his hand. Identify yourself to the clerk. Have you been sworn?
No, I have not.
Okay.
Would you raise your hand? Do you swear or affirm that the testimony you'll provide to this board will be the truth?
Yes.
Thank you.
First of all, I apologize for being late, so I understand we're talking about Bear Creek.
No,
No.
sir, Bear Creek was continued to November 20th.
Oh, it's continued?
To Phoenix Springs Courthouse.
Thank you.
Okay. Any other public comment concerning this? Come forward, sir.
My name's Robert Stanley. I've been sworn in. I'm on the homeowners board, Sanctuary at Redfish, immediately west of this development, and we unanimously support this application, and we think it'll be a quality product for that area, and ask for your approval.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Seeing not, what's the board's wish?
Motion to approve.
Second.
We got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries.
Motion
Is
to
that,
adjourn.
I think that's everything, Max. Right, we're adjourned.